Bill Barr, what a deep state fat fucking pig. Former Attorney General William Barr blames Trump for January 6th. Oh my God, we're still on January 6th, huh? January 6th, 2021. It's, March 5th, 2022, and we're still making fucking excuses for this nonsense. Calls for a different 2024 nominee. Well, if you take a look at the straw polls from the likes of CPAC and just general opinion polls, you're going to have to make different calls to different people, but everybody who's in your little black book, they're just all neocons, and they just want to see, I don't know, John Kasich run. Just, yes, maybe dig up the fucking corpse. Or better yet, the brain tumor that's inside John McCain and get it to run again. Lose with dignity, my friends. Time for that fucking failure is gone. Former Attorney General William Barr writes in his new book that former President Donald Trump is to blame for January 6th Capitol Hill riots as he calls for a new 2024 nominee. I'm so glad that you could write in your multi-million-dollar book deal, okay? You can sell out the guy that you came out of retirement for, and then did fuck all for, and then just sail off and coast off into the sunset even before 2021, because you tendered your resignation as of the end of 2020. So what exactly did you know for the situation? Probably exactly like everybody else. I found out about it on the news. In his upcoming 600-page book, profiled by the Wall Street Journal, Barr argues that former President Trump has shown that he has neither the temperament nor pervasive powers to be president. Oh, sorry. I just thought that this wasn't 2022, this was 2015 again. Provide the kind of positive leadership that is needed. Oh, yeah, the type of positive leadership that didn't have, international wars breaking out, that didn't have a protracted and prolonged global recession, had, a record-breaking economy, but too many mean tweets for old Billy Barr. Barr even goes as far as to say that Trump could have won the 2020 election if he would have... I can't make that joke. Fuck you, YouTube. I don't know, suck a dick or something. I don't fucking know. Can't say what I want to. 2020 election, it was the most safe and secure election of all time, right? If he just exercised a modicum of self-restraint, moderating even how little of his pettiness... Just take a look, because this dude's like fucking rewriting history as it speaks, okay? Multiple fronts here, okay? When it comes to Trump's so-called pettiness and in regards to the 2020 election, that was after the night of November 3rd, 2020, okay? Where he started to get petty and haphazard with his remarks. But if you want to compare campaign Trump from 2015 and 2016 to President Trump of 2016 through 2020, that's a big fucking shift, okay? Oh, he's not presidential. At least, if we're comparing him to his successor, yeah, he can actually deliver a speech, and he could improv for hours and hours on end without, having to hide in his basement for a week in preparation. But whatever, what do I know? I just have eyes and shit and not a multi-million-dollar fucking book deal to stuff full of nonsense. The election was not stolen, he asserted in the book titled One Damn Thing After Another. Trump lost it. Yeah, no. Shit sucks, yo. And we're in such a better position without it. No mean tweets, okay? But again, this dude's a lawyer, right? Okay. Instead of just bitching and moaning about Trump, and if he wants to get on his fucking high horse about, my January 6th nonsense and shit, shouldn't you be worried about, the people that are still in prison right now? Regarding January 6th, the former Attorney General said that Trump lost himself after the election and pushed the voter fraud to such an intense degree that it led to a riot on Capitol Hill. Yeah, the one that he instructed the people go down there and then they just go and start breaking windows and fucking dragging people out of their offices. Oh wait, he didn't do anything such as that? Okay, cool. The lengths that he went to take his stolen election claim led to rioting at Capitol Hill, whatever. Whether or not Republicans ultimately choose to follow Barr's advice remains to be seen, but let's just take a look at the straw poll. 59% say that they want Trump. Last year, it was 55%. Ron DeSantis is the next most popular candidate. Okay, this is from CPAC, where all those neocons just congregate in Florida. It's not like they have to go far. They want Trump. And then DeSantis, next closest at 28. I don't know if Pence even fucking registered on that. He's just happy collecting a paycheck in one of those fucking GOP think tanks because that's the best they can do. Like I said, isn't this guy supposed to be, marshaled by the law? Okay, shouldn't truth and justice override all? Shouldn't he be concerned about those people who, maybe those misguided souls that Trump told to go in there and drag Pelosi out by her cheek implants? Shouldn't he be kind of concerned by somebody who fucking killed himself while waiting to get his life back because he was down there with a cell phone? Sure, he went inside the Capitol, but did he need over a year of fucking confinement without a trial? Isn't there a right to a speedy trial? Isn't that written down on a piece of paper somewhere? Didn't some people write that down at some point in time? Matthew Perna, a Pennsylvania man, prosecuted for his 20-minute walk through the U.S. Capitol on January 6th, 2021, took his own life on February 25th due to a broken heart and a justice system that killed his spirit and his zest for life, his family said. Yeah, and more information on that. A drawn-out legal battle drove January 6th defendant to suicide, according to his aunt. A year of dealing with 4 criminal charges lodged against him for his 20-minute walk through the U.S. Capitol on January 6th had worn him down. The constant dragging on all of this. All he wanted to know was what the outcome was going to be. Jerry Pena, I'd imagine, he's not a guy. Matt's aunt told the Times. And they kept changing the game. It wore on them. They don't care what anybody says. That was the goal. Matt Pena walked into the Capitol at about 2:45 on January 6th. He broke nothing that day, didn't toss an object at the police. Got doused with pepper spray, attempted to enter. He didn't get doused with pepper spray. Sorry, my poor reading. Nor did he attempt to enter the private offices or access the House or Senate chambers. Went for a walk. Prosecutor said he later tapped on a window with a metal pole. What's the crime there? Aggressive pointing, singling out an elected official. But there was no indication of damage. No, he tapped though. There was a propensity for potential damage though. Posted a video on Facebook that said the purpose of January 6th was to show that then Vice President Pence was a traitor. That's a threat. He said a word. Perna agreed to plead guilty to charges of obstruction of an official proceeding, aiding and abetting, entering and remaining in a restricted building or grounds, disorderly and disruptive conduct in a restricted building on grounds, and the disorderly conduct in the Capitol building. One charge is a felony and the others are misdemeanors. So he had a plea deal. He pled out. And then, unfortunately, he bled out. He just wanted to get it over, even though we did not believe that he was guilty of anything. He went for a 20-minute walk and literally tapped on the glass. Fucking people at the zoo should be thrown in the clink, because basically what he did. Perna's sentencing was originally scheduled for March 3rd, the 7th anniversary of his mother, Roni's death. She was 59. At least she didn't have to see her son, swinging. He had a very bad feeling about that. I was always trying to encourage him, and I said, don't have a bad feeling. I have a good feeling about it because your mom's watching over you. And he's like, well, I'm actually going to go see her. How are you going to go do that? Matt was the one who tried to make things positive. He had a positive outlook. At least that's one thing you could see, I guess, is just his rope measurement skills weren't quite as long. The same lines as being as good. And if the feeling down or anybody was feeling down, he'd help them. He'd kick the stool out from right under their feet. He was the one to lift you up. Not too far, though. He was never negative and down until this happened. The motion filed last month. Prosecutor Nihar Mohanty said the U.S. Department of Justice needed more time to review the case and make sure similarly situated January 6th defendants are treated in the same manner. You know, the ones that are still in the clink, too. The ones who are never going to get their fucking day in court. You know, those guys, we need to make sure that we match everybody up. Even though everybody else who's got plea deals has got their sentencing. Just take a look at the founding member of Iced Earth. The name escapes me. John something or other. He was the guy who's like right there in all of the promotional footage, all of the propaganda that the Democrats run when it comes to January 6th. He's the one with the outstretched finger, and he's got the hat on as well. Good description, Don. He's also got the fucking goatee and shit. John, I forget, whatever. He plays a sweet guitar riff. He's pointing. He got time served, and he pled out to what basically accounted to a nice walk in the park. But this dude needed to have a kick down the street a little bit longer, right? Obviously. Honest to God, he just seemed like he made a fucking dumb decision. Well, a couple, honestly, if we look at everything in totality. Seemed like a pretty decent dude. Okay, he's a missionary, world traveler, ran a marathon, went for the hikes in the snow. He just kind of seems like a regular dude, okay? And again, this has been a week of unpopular opinions. Suicide is the most selfish thing that you can possibly do, and it's never the solution of anything, but you make a fucking dumb decision. But the consequences of that and the blood that is left in that is directly at the feet of the January 6th committee, directly at the feet of the DOJ for not fucking figuring this out sooner. All he wanted was an answer. Unfortunately, he started looking up to the rafters for one. But we're going to lighten things up quite a bit. Actually, we're going to lighten things up by talking about a darker subject matter. If you want that joke to be paid off, just wait for the next video. With that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.